Blue light has been a popular topic in recent years and rings true especially in today's time working from home. Some of the folks from Ocushield had connected with me and generously provided samples of the products I was curious about. In this video, I will be unboxing the 2 products from Ocushield and will provide a personal review of my experience over the last couple weeks of usage. Watch on to learn more. Hey YouTube, my name is Dr. Natalie Chai. Welcome to my channel. This channel brings you the latest science-based education and treatments in dry eye disease, myopia management, and specialty contact lenses to help you understand why it should matter to you for optimal eye health, function, comfort, and even beauty. I've briefly chatted about the pros and cons of blue light in the past on my Instagram video series and had contributed to an article. Now the good news is we know so much more about blue light and it is sparking a lot of research worldwide. In the evolution of human behavior, I think we can all agree that screen time can arguably be the one significant change. With every change, there is the good and bad that comes with it. Let's remind ourselves as to why blue light is in the spotlight again. So blue light is found everywhere. The natural source is found in daylight outside. I have spoken on how it is actually important to have exposure to blue light when outside, as it has a protective effect against myopia progression, especially in children. Of course, when wearing proper sunglasses. We will focus on the visible light spectrum. This is the portion of the electromagnetic spectrum that is visible to the human eye. Bordering the visible light spectrum, you have the UV radiation on the one end and infrared light on the other, which are non-visible. On the continuum, using the classification of wavelength, you have the colors. Violet having the shortest wavelength at about 380 to 450 nanometers, then blue, green, yellow, orange, and finally red at 620 to 750 nanometers. There is an inverse relationship or opposite relationship between the wavelength and the energy of that light. The shorter the wavelength, the higher the energy, and thus having a greater potential for biological damage. The typical range of blue light is between 400 to 500 nanometers. There is evidence that blue light in the range of 400 nanometers may induce retinal damage and cell death at high and long exposures. The range between 400 to 450 is responsible for the glare coming from LCD monitors, mobile devices, and LED lights. There are many studies that support its role in melatonin suppression, which is important in sleep regulation cycles and alertness. And lastly, the range from 470 to 500 nanometers is the wavelength used for treatment of sleep disorders and seasonal depressive disorders as examples. So, let me show you what came in the mail a few days ago from Ocushield. This is not a sponsored video. I was sent to trial out the products I was curious about, and of course I decided to post an unboxing review on my experience. But first, who is Ocushield? This company has a humble yet fascinating origin story when I was doing some reading. Dhruvan Patel is the founder and CEO of Ocushield. His idea came around from a university competition from City University, London, UK, and obviously he won. Dhruvan, or should I say Dr. Patel, is also an optometrist alongside being an entrepreneur with the ultimate goal of preserving healthy eyes as we continue to use our electronic devices. Since then, Dhruvan and his team has grew his products and company internationally. Ocushield is the only Class 1 medically rated screen protector available on the market as classified by the Medicines and Healthcare Regulatory Agency in the United Kingdom. Their medical devices and products work to filter out the potential harmful blue light in addition to providing protection, as the material used is tempered glass, which is scratch, shock, and impact resistant with a 9H rating. Now what does that mean? So 9H means hardness of a pencil. Apparently, to find a rating, you use the pencil test, which compares the relative hardness of a screen. So 9H means the screen can resist scratches from the hardest pencil. Okay, so I had requested 2 products from Ocushield to trial. The first is the anti-blue light filter for my 13-inch MacBook Air. Now I use my laptop basically every day, and after a long day at the clinic serving patients, my work usually continues at home on the screen, either finishing on my charting, getting back to email, or preparing social media content into the wee hours of the night. Let's take a look at the first product. And so here is the Ocushield screen protector, anti-blue light screen protector. And I was quite impressed with the packaging. It is quite pretty and tasteful, which is sometimes important, especially if you are, spending money on something. And the first thing, as you can see, Ocushield, love your eyes seems to be their slogan. And in the corner, it does say, let's see, developed by optometrists, which is important for credibility, certification. And as you can see on the bottom, it's got some of the features of it. So, true colors, which is actually quite important. There is no retro orange tinge, which sometimes you can have with a lot of, blue filters or, screen protectors. It's a crystal clear picture, which is the same screen color. So what you see without a screen protector would be the same with the screen protector. So it's also unlike night mode on devices, because sometimes it can be a weird yellow color. It has a privacy filter. So it has an infused privacy filter, and it really is super important, especially when I'm doing work in public or even in the office. I'm doing some things that are a little bit more private. It has, of course, the blue light filter. It does have an anti-glare coating, so there's no more extra reflection. And, it can also help with preventing eye strain. And also it can help us with sleeping better, especially if blue light is in fact what is causing the strain, the fatigue, and also the difficulty going to bed. Now on the back, there's a lot of information on the back. It kind of gives you a little bit of a summary as to, what the product is all about, a little bit of what blue light is about, why is it bad during the day, and also why is it also bad at nighttime. It's got some instructions on how to apply the shield to your laptop screen, and there's 2 different methods, and it's actually quite simple. I actually chose to do the second method, which is the installation using double-sided tape. This is what they call the semi-permanent solution. And on the bottom, of course, kind of nice branding and marketing as well as to where you can get in contact with them through Facebook, Instagram, and also Twitter, and of course their email. So let's take a look at what is inside the box. So there is obviously the anti-blue light screen protector. You've got your cleaning materials like the dust remover, the cleaning cloth, just to make sure that your screen is nice and pristine. There are the holder stickers, if in fact that is what you will choose to do for installation, which is the removable solution. As I mentioned, I'm going to be using the double-sided tape, which is the semi-permanent solution. I find that is most probable the way that I like to do it, just because I do use my computer every single day and many hours a day as well. So let's talk a little bit about the features of the Oculamp. So as you can see, it is a low blue light desk lamp with 3 settings that you can control yourself. It is a all day and also designed for all night. And it has a touch panel display, so it's really sleek looking. It's got a flexible base, and it is charged by a micro USB, which is included. And it also has a lithium battery for 20 hours. So what the Oculamp does, it helps to keep your body clock in time. So it controls how much blue light it gives off with the 3 different settings for the different times of day. So the first setting is the cool white. So it is super bright. This is when you want your workspace to be the brightest, so possibly during the day. The second setting is the neutral white. So it is more of the calm white, softer and calmer on the eyes. It is better for long periods of work. And there is the last or the third setting called the warm light, which is the night mode. So this is to help you wind down in the evening. I'm planning to, of course, use this when I am reading at nighttime, trying to wind down. Hey everybody, so it's been about 2.5 weeks since trialing out the two products from Ocushield, and I'm going to be providing a little bit of my review. And so the first one is the screen protector, and to be honest, at the beginning I had to get a little used to it. I think it's because I'm just used to having my screen bright all the time. I really try and make it a point to make sure that I match the brightness of my screen to my environment. And a lot of times, like for example, the lighting here, my office is usually quite bright, so by default my screen is quite bright when I'm working on the computer. So with the screen protector, you know, straight on it looks really good, but still definitely a little bit dimmer than what I'm used to. And also when I kind of, you know, veer to the left or to the right hand side, the privacy filter kind of kicks in, which isn't a bad thing, but it's just something that I had to get used to. And since I was using my computer virtually every single day, I did find myself getting used to it pretty quickly, like probably the next day or so. Now, in terms of whether or not I had noticed any differences with my comfort when using the screen, the blue light filter, I would have to say a little bit. Definitely, like on my glasses, for example, I do have blue filter coatings on all of my pairs of glasses. So whether it was because it was now a double protection with my glasses and also the filter kind of combining its effect together, maybe, right? I think time will only tell. So I'm quite pleased with it. I definitely do like the privacy filter for sure, just because I do a lot of sensitive information on there. It's very durable. You know, the tempered glass is very nice. It would fit perfectly on my computer laptop screen, and it was very, very easy to install. And I was just looking on a lot of YouTube videos of how to install, and I think they actually did a very good upgrade, because one of the videos that I was watching for the double-sided tape, it was more little strips here, and as you can see in the video, they had switched over to longer strips of tape, and it was very, very simple and easy to use. It comes with kind of like a backup pair if in the event, you know, the adhesive kind of wears off, or you just want to have a fresh pair so that it just sticks on all the time. So it's nice to have that backup pair as well. So I just want to now talk about the Oculamp. So the Oculamp I was actually really excited about. Not only does it look really good, I kind of just pushed my lamp away that I usually use in bed and just kind of replaced it and used it for the last 2.5 weeks. Again, it was a little bit tough to get used to the differences in the LED lighting, but I do really like, again, having it more dim. At nighttime, when I used to use, of course, my bedside lamp, it's more of a, you know, a cool, warm tone, but it did bright up my room a little bit more. And so switching over to the warm setting, the cool setting for the Oculamp was a little bit dimmer again, but it was still enough light for me to read my book. If I was checking something on my phone or doing some content writing, it was definitely enough for me to see what I'm doing. So I like it. You know, it's I think there's something to it for sure. It's just decreasing the amount of blue light coming at you. Ocushield has been very, very impressive in terms of the products, and my experience with it so far after 2.5 weeks or so has been quite pleasant. I'm just really glad that Ocushield, you guys had reached out to me via Instagram and really just gave me the generosity of, you know, gifting me with these two products. My stance typically is, as long as it doesn't harm your eyes, I say go for it. For some people, I've heard amazing stories with doing blue filter coating. For others, not so much. If you enjoy learning a lot about products like this, product reviews, which I'll be doing a lot more because there are certainly good products out there, and other topics like dry eye disease, myopia management, and specialty contact lenses, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and also click the notification bell so that you don't miss my new video every second Thursday. All right, guys, have a great day. Take care of your eyes and see you in the next video.